Hi there guys, how are you? Now in this video we'll discuss Waiting for Godot by Samuel Beckett. Okay? Some key points as well as the summary. Afterwards, if you want this PDF, just WhatsApp us on this number that is flashing 7678160296. And in case you like the video, definitely subscribe. Now this video will be particularly useful अगर आप semester 5 में हैं in Delhi University BA Honors English or School of Open Learning or even IGNU or any other university where waiting for Godot is prescribed. ठीक है? And remember that this is paper 12 which is British literature the early 20th century. ठीक है? पेपर का नाम ये है. And along with discussing the summary and the key points, I'll also discuss how you should frame your answers. कैसे अच्छे आंसर्स लिखें, how to write good answers in exam. ठीक है? But before that, अगर आप मुझसे जुड़ना चाहते हैं then you can connect with me on Telegram. ठीक है? And this is the link. Harsh Singh Sir Official, ठीक है, on Telegram. And this is a brief about me. Let me tell you that I've done my masters from Delhi University, Hansraj College. ठीक है, I've also written UPSC CSE mains with English literature optional. ठीक है, and the rest you can read here. One more announcement. If you are preparing for MA English entrance for next year, ठीक है, we are starting a new batch beginning on the 21st of October. ठीक है. So just WhatsApp us on this number for any other information. Similarly, for Jamia's PG English entrance, we are also starting a new batch from the 21st. Okay? For information regarding enrollment or course, just WhatsApp us. And also, if you are preparing for UGC NET English, then even for this, we are starting a new batch on the 21st of October. Now, keep in mind that Waiting for Godot is a absurdist play. Okay? So it is a good example of the theatre of the absurd. And briefly this play centers on two characters. इसमें दो character हैं main तो, एक Vladimir है and then Estragon, who wait endlessly for the arrival of someone called Godot. Now Godot can be anybody, it can be God, it can be a person, but Godot never comes. Okay, if you have read this play then you know that Godot, that character never comes. उसके बाद देखो, the dialogue often appears nonsensical and repetitive. ठीक है, if you have read it, you know it, echoing the monotony and the purposelessness of life. Now Beckett's writing plays with themes of existentialism, depicting the absurdity and uncertainty of human existence. ठीक है, now theatre of the absurd is very much connected with the philosophy of existentialism. ठीक है, so ये आपको definitely अपने answers में लिखना चाहिए. So इसमें होता ये that these two characters Vladimir and Estragon, they wait near a tree, ठीक है, for somebody named Godot, and while waiting they engage in various conversations and meet other characters also. These two other characters are Pozzo and Lucky. ठीक है, and each act of the play ends with a boy arriving to tell them that Godot won't come that day but will surely come the next day. मतलब ये कि at the end of each act, ठीक है, a boy comes, an unnamed boy comes and says that Godot आज नहीं आएगा, वो कल आएगा. But वो कल कभी आता ही नहीं है, हर दिन वो यही होता है. And because of this, the men resolve to leave but remain stationary. ठीक है, पहले तो वो तय करते हैं that let's leave but they don't go anywhere. ठीक है, so it symbolizes the futility and inaction pervasive throughout the play. ठीक है, now उसके बाद देखो, what are the key themes and ideas? First, as I told you, it is a good example of the theatre of the absurd. So one key theme is absurdity of existence, because theatre of the absurd is a way to convey the fact that human existence is meaningless. ठीक है, it's about the meaninglessness of human existence in the universe. So human existence is without purpose or certainty. ठीक है, and the characters is endless waiting for Godot, who may or may not exist, symbolizes this futility. Now Godot of course never comes, but whether Godot even exists or not, उस पे भी एक question mark है. उसके बाद देखो, human connection and dependence. This is the second theme or second issue. Now, despite their bickering and frustrations, Vladimir and Estragon depend on each other for companionship and support. ठीक है, their relationship, though strained, underscores the human need for connection in the face of isolation. Now, though ये लोग एक दूसरे से एक तरीके से झगड़ते रहते हैं, but they still find solace in the company of each other. ठीक है, उसके बाद देखो, time and repetition. The play's cyclical structure and repetitive dialogue emphasize the monotonous and repetitive nature of existence. ठीक है, time seems to have little meaning and characters are trapped in a seemingly endless cycle of waiting. ठीक है, उसके बाद देखो, whenever you write essays, definitely comment on the language that has been used or the dialogue that is there. ठीक है, because दैट इज द ओनली वे टू सब्सटैंशिएट योर पॉइंट्स। यहाँ देखो, द कैरेक्टर्स इज डायलॉग ऑफन लैक क्लियर कम्युनिकेशन एंड वी आर फिल्ड विद मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग्स, साइलेंसेज एंड वर्ड प्ले। ठीक है, नाउ दिस हाईलाइट्स द लिमिटेशंस ऑफ लैंग्वेज इटसेल्फ, ठीक है, इन एक्सप्रेसिंग मीनिंग एंड कनेक्टिंग विद अदर्स। ठीक है, देन होप एंड डिस्पेयर। नाउ द कैरेक्टर्स ऑसिलेट बिटवीन होप फॉर गोडोज अराइवल एंड डिस्पेयर ओवर द सिचुएशन। मतलब ये कि when somebody tells them that Godot will come, they are hopeful, but when the boy comes and somehow they realize that Godot is not coming, Godot, that imaginary character, ठीक है, is not coming, they fall in despair or a sense of hopelessness। ठीक है, so this reflects the human tendency to cling to hope even in the face of overwhelming evidence to the contrary। ठीक है, so in a way we can say that it is also a commentary on the human existence itself। ठीक है, because rather than just being at a literal level, waiting for Godot is more of a metaphorical play। ठीक है, the actions of Vladimir and Estragon in some ways represent the meaninglessness and the purposelessness of human existence itself। ठीक है, उसके बाद देखो, how should you write good answers? First of all, contextualize the play। ठीक है, जब भी आप आंसर लिखना, try to contextualize, so discuss its place within the theater of the absurd movement and its historical context, which is the post-World War II anxieties। ठीक है, then analyze the characters, explore the dynamic between Vladimir and Estragon, the symbolic significance of Pozzo and Lucky। ठीक है, what is their value or significance? चार तो इसमें बेसिकली कैरेक्टर ही हैं। ठीक है, और एक बॉय है और एक गोडो है। ठीक है, गोडो तो कभी आता नहीं है और बॉय बस आता है और कहता है कि गोडो आज नहीं आएगा। ठीक है, सो दैट इज व्हाट द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ द बॉय इज। देन डिस्कस देयर इंडिविजुअल ट्रेट्स एंड हाउ दे कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट टू द प्लेज थीम्स। ठीक है, आफ्टरवर्ड्स फोकस ऑन द थीम्स, मतलब आइडेंटिफाई एंड एनालाइज द मेजर थीम्स विच आई डिस्कस्ड एंड देन प्रोवाइड टेक्सचुअल एविडेंस टू सब्सटैंशिएट योर आंसर। ठीक है, दिस इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट वेज ऑफ प्रूविंग योर पॉइंट। उसके बाद देखो, एग्जामिन द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द प्ले, डिस्कस द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ द cyclical structure, the 2-act format and the lack of traditional plot development। ठीक है, now you might have already noticed after reading this play that it is not like a traditional play, right? It's not like Hamlet, it's not like King Lear, it's not like any of the traditional plays। चीजें almost इसमें repetitive हैं, cyclical हैं, the same thing repeats again and again। उसके बाद देखो, consider the language। ठीक है, so this is particularly important। So analyze the use of language including repetition, wordplay and silences and how it contributes to the play's meaning। ठीक है, afterwards present your own interpretation of the play's meaning and connect it to the broader philosophical or existential questions। So depending upon what the exact question is, try to answer that using these tools, using these elements, whether it be the emphasis on language or structure of the play, or whether it be the philosophical movement of existentialism or theater of the absurd in general, and also you can mention the general characteristics of the plays of Samuel Beckett, because Waiting for Godot is not the only play that Samuel Beckett has written। ठीक है, उन्होंने और भी कुछ plays लिखे हैं and many of them are almost like Waiting for Godot। So what is the exact purpose? What is the aim? Even this you should try to include in your answers। ठीक है, and remember that on the 21st of October we are starting a new batch। ठीक है, for any information just call or WhatsApp us on this number। ठीक है,